Hi everyone! In this video I would like to present you my workbook, my math workbook, and also I would like to speak a little bit about what are the things that nowadays children are facing and how can you help them and how can you use my workbook in the learning process. According to DSM-5, 3 to 7% of children worldwide are diagnosed with dyscalculia, and 5 to 15% are showing some form of learning disability. I think that we can agree that this is a huge number, but even more kids or children are struggling with some kind of learning difficulties. If we are talking about math, these kids often face challenges when it comes to understanding numbers, understanding math concepts. This can easily lead to frustration and confusion. That's why it is so important to help them learn in their own pace, with fun and with accessible methods. The most common and general difficulties that kids are facing while learning math is the difficulty of understanding the number. Too many kids end up memorizing and writing mechanically the numbers, but they don't understand what those numbers are representing. For example, they write down 1, 2, 3 without any issue, but they don't understand that 1 or 2 or 3 or any number represent one amount or a group of objects that they can count. Now, let me tell you that this is a huge barrier to building a solid foundation in learning. And because these foundations are missing, they are starting to have also difficulties in basic math operations, just like addition or subtraction or later multiplication and so on. For example, some kids will say that 3 plus 2 equals 5, but they can't explain why. They haven't connected the numbers to real-life situations or visuals. And speaking of visuals, I can't stress enough how important it is to use hands-on tools while learning. These can be very common tools, just like colorful popsicles or pom-poms or Legos or buttons or real-life objects like fruits or anything. These little things are not just cute and easy to work with, but also they are a key element of helping the children physically interact with the numbers. For example, with Legos, they can build sets of tens and they can watch how the numbers are growing, and with pom-poms, they can literally add or subtract to see the result in front of them. This way, the math feels more concrete and less abstract to them. Many times, besides the understanding the numbers, they often face also difficulty in understanding place value. Sometimes they don't understand that the position in where the number is, it's telling us its value. For example, a child might see 30 as a number and do not realize what that means. Do not realize that 30 is made up of 3 tens instead of just 3 and 0. If we are using number blocks, we can easily represent them and we can easily help them understand these concepts. But let's talk about another thing that makes math more accessible, and that is the real-life examples. That makes numbers not just some irrelevant things that we put on a worksheet, but it makes relevant to them in their own world. For example, let's say that there are 30 cookies on the table and 10 got eaten. How many are left? This way we can connect the numbers to their real life experiences, and that's how they can understand easily what math means, what numbers means, and what math problems really are. And also we can use some visuals which helps them imagine and understand in more complex way. So it's not 3 plus 2 equals 5 anymore. It's I had 3 pencils and I got 2 more. Now I have 5. By using visuals like pictures or some hands-on tools, manipulatives, the kids' brains start to create connections between the numbers and the real-life scenarios. And many times kids are feeling overwhelmed by too much information. When they see too much problems or too much information on one worksheet, for example, that makes them anxious and want to rush through everything. In this, we can help them breaking the tasks, the problems into smaller pieces. We can separate the tasks on the worksheet so they know that they have to finish a small section, and after that they can use a break. So yeah, that is a very good way to encourage kids and to make them comfortable with the learning process. It helps them focusing on one thing at a time and not just rushing through everything. So it's easier also to understand and also to complete that task. About how can you make learning enjoyable and more easier, I made another video. I'm gonna put it in the description, the link, so feel free to watch and you can combine these practices for a much more enjoyable and much more fun learning experience. So yeah, as I said, math isn't just about numbers on a page. It's understanding the world around us. It's about solving problems and developing the skills to thrive in everyday life. So I think that that's what we have to teach our children. That math, it can be a fun and an engaging and meaningful material. Based on these principles, I have created a workbook that I am trying to use with the children I teach. By having concrete visual examples, my aim is to help them understand that numbers aren't just figures, but they are a representation of everyday situations and problems. If you are interested, I have this workbook available on my Etsy shop. I will leave the link in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and till then, don't forget that stay curious and happy learning. Bye!